Hi, this is Cami Out Loud. If you hadn't watched my video that I made last week, I made a Facebook page, Cami Out Loud, and I made a YouTube channel, Cami Out Loud, that you can go to and like and subscribe to see my videos. But this is just, I had explained in my last video, I'm just making videos to encourage people and talk about real stuff, real life things that may be going on in your life or maybe going on in mine, and just to give advice and some encouragement and things like that. Today I'm going to talk about dreams and goals. And you know, we all have dreams and we all have goals. I first want to point out the difference between a dream and a goal. A dream is something that you're thinking about, and a goal is something that you act upon, you're acting upon. And so I feel like before goals reach a goal, the state of being a goal is that they first was a dream. And you know, you've thought about it, you contemplated, you weighed your the goods and the bads and stuff like that, and then you've thought about it, which I agree that you should do that. You know, every goal you should have it be a dream first and think about it, and then it becomes a goal whenever you set forth steps to reach that goal. And you know, I believe that you shouldn't say all your dreams and goals. Studies actually show that when you announce publicly what your dreams and goals are, you have a less chance of accomplishing them because there's pressure on you to accomplish them. And, you know, the joy you experience in telling someone then puts pressure on you to actually accomplish them and do them. And also, why you might not want to tell people your goals and dreams are because of the maybe negative feedback you may get, and it will discourage you on doing your goals and dreams. You know, and I just want to say, like, everybody isn't your friend, even though you know, we want to think so. Everyone's not your friend. So they may, you know, tell you to your face, like, oh, well, you know, I hope you know, reach that goal and, you know, da-da-da. But really in their head, they're thinking, I hope she fails. You know, I hope they fail at that. Or, you know, and they may be working against you and you don't even know. And then if you tell someone that has a negative, like, well, I don't know, that's super hard, and are you sure that you can do this? And, you know, I tried that once, or somebody they knew tried that once and they didn't make it. Are you sure that you can? And stuff like that. Well, then that plants seed of doubt in you. And, then you have the stress of, oh, I don't know, can I do it? No, I don't know, you know. And so that's why we shouldn't announce publicly what our dreams and goals are. I have a goal right now that I am trying to accomplish, and I have told some people, but I haven't announced it publicly what it is, and I don't plan on doing so, just because, you know, I need encouragement. I need to encourage myself and, you know, tell myself, yes, Cami, you can do this. You're going to do it. And, you know, I think a lot of times you've got to envision yourself doing it. That's where, when you're dreaming about it and you're thinking on it, you know, see yourself actually doing that dream and envision yourself. Another thing, I believe, like, you know, if you have dreams and goals, how to reach the goals you have is to take, you know, one step at a time. Sometimes we think of it so much, and, you know, we think of the whole picture of it, what it's going to take to get there, where then we just get discouraged and lose focus because we're thinking of it, the whole picture. And sometimes we need to break it down into steps. Okay, well, the first step, I just need to focus on the first step and do that first step. And then you accomplish that and then move on to the second step. And that's what I'm having to do right now. I'm taking it a step at a time, trying to get that first step done, and then I'll think about that second step. And I won't think, the long term, the long picture of it all, because when I do, it's overwhelming. It gets overwhelming. And so just take one step at a time. If your dream and your goal is to own your own house, say, but say you don't have good credit. So the first step, to that would be, work on your credit, take a financial class, watch videos on how you can build your credit, and, just start there and get your credit built up. And, I believe too, why you were trying to reach your goal, I believe it's good to, say buying a house, go ahead and look at houses, online or whatever, kind of pick out what you want. And that inspires you, I feel like, to reach that goal. And, just by having a vision of this is what I want. Actually, my husband's doing that right now with something that his goal is. He's looking up things on the internet and looking at pictures and picking out exactly what he wants. And I think that's good. One thing with my goal that I have, I called one of my friends and was talking to her about it, and she said something to me that someone said to her, and then she in return said it to me. And it was, say it takes 5 years for your goal to be accomplished. It's going to take 5 years. You've mapped it out. It's going to take 5 years. And so she said to me, those 5 years are going to pass whether you do your goal or not. And when she said that, I've thought of it several times since she said that, like, wow, those 5 years are going to pass. Or it's not 5 years, but just say it is. Those 5 years are going to pass whether you do anything or not. And, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Always on interviews, job interviews, they ask you that question. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? And I used to hate that question, but now I'm asking you, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Do you see yourself doing the same thing that you're doing now? And, if you've reached your goal and that's what you're doing, then that's fine. But if you haven't, and you want bigger and better things for your life and for your family and stuff, then, set a plan out. And, think about it, dream about what you want, and think on it until you can see yourself doing it. Then set goals and do the first step to reach that vision that you have. And then when you get the first step accomplished, then move on to the second step. And I just think it's very important to have dreams and to have goals. One of my friends too, he passed away now, but he was a great man of God. His name was Dave Duell. And he had this quote that he had said, and I have hung on to it and, just remembered it throughout the years, where he said, if your dreams aren't waking you up at night, you're not dreaming big enough. And, that's what I want to encourage you to do, is dream big. Dream up something big for your life, And if it seems overwhelming, like, oh my gosh, I have this huge dream, but I don't know how I could ever reach it. Well, how you reach it is set goals and do the first step. And, and don't get discouraged. Don't tell your goals. Don't tell your dreams, And I have, like I said, I have a goal right now, and I have told a few people, but I haven't publicly announced it. And I haven't told him my whole big picture. I've just told him a part of it. And, you know, keep that to yourself, because let God encourage you, encourage yourself, you encourage yourself. And, you know, you encourage yourself through scripture, through self-help books. I actually ordered a self-help book yesterday that when I get it, I'll be sharing some of what I learned in that on here on the videos. But anyway, I just wanted to encourage you today, you know, dream big and set goals and, you know, accomplish them. Accomplish them by focusing on the first step. And that's all you have to focus on, is that first step, and figure out what you got to do to get that first step done, and then move on to the second step. And I know God has big plans for you guys and for me, and He, you know, He's the one that's put the dreams inside you and the goals. I mean, like He has dreams that He's put inside you, and He wants you to accomplish them. And so I just want to encourage you to accomplish your goals.